Signatures. 5 of the top Republican gubernatorial candidates looking to unseat Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer in this November's election hit a big snag that may not allow them to run for governor.
2 on the list: frontrunner Detroit Police Chief James Craig and businessman Perry Johnson, who spent millions of his own money to campaign. TV5's Raven Blue joins us in the studio. So does this mean that they are off the ballot, Raven?
David and Meg, a political expert, says they could be out of the race if the board of canvassers agree with the findings, and no matter what the outcome, this sends a message to voters about election integrity.
This is an unusual amount of fraud in the collection of signatures.
Potential Republican nominees for governor could be out of the race before the competition has even started. Michigan's Election Bureau has reported that 5 candidates, including frontrunners James Craig and Perry Johnson, failed to file enough valid nominating signatures to qualify for the August primary. Experts say volunteers gather the signatures, but they are often backed by paying companies.
Since the signature gatherers are essentially turned loose in the field to get these signatures, there's very little supervision. And because this is a kind of piecework where they get paid for each signature that they collect, there's an inclination to hedge or to cheat in some way.
In order to be added to the ballot, candidates must submit 15,000 valid signatures to qualify.
The fact that these candidates were not able to get a relatively modest amount of signatures, 16,000 signatures out of millions of voters, is indicative of the idea that it's pretty easy to run for office.
The bipartisan board of state canvassers is expected to meet on Thursday to consider the Bureau's recommendation. Political experts say the decision will end the Republican candidates' campaigns.
The fact that there isn't any real legal recourse doesn't mean that somebody won't file a suit, but it's highly unlikely that the suit would have any success in the courts.
The experts also say what is happening should send a message to voters about the integrity of the election process.
We have checks in the system to make sure that the law is followed and that appropriate steps were followed. And this is a demonstration of the quality of election administration in the state of Michigan.
I did ask if the signature process could be moved online, and they said it would make the process easier, but there would need to be a way to verify identities and eligibility of signators to make sure bots are not used. I reached out to the GOP frontrunner Chief James Craig, the Board of State Canvassers, and the Bureau of Elections, but have not gotten a response back.